And we are back. It's been a while, but we're back. That's all that matters. I wasn't initially thinking about making a video tonight, but after the game, the Phillies game tonight, that huge win, my friend told me I had to make a video, so we here making a video. I haven't even planned what I want to say. I just think after tonight's playoff game against the Braves, the Phillies win 9-1, Game 3 of the divisional series. Like, there's just, it's so huge, this win. First home playoff game in 11 years for the Phillies. The series was tied with the Braves. Now we only need one more win to go to the championship series, which is just... I rewatched the highlights before this, and just to hear the announcer say they're one win away from that is... It doesn't make much sense, especially... I saw a tweet, it was like 15 days ago, we just got swept by the Cubs, one of the worst teams in the league, and it looked pretty darn bleak. I told my dad we're probably going to get our money back from the playoff tickets because there's no way. There's no way I see this team going this far 2 weeks ago. And here we are. And I was with my dad at the game. And I just looked back at him. And I'm like, I don't think the game was over yet. I just looked at him like, this team's doing it. This team could do it. I just feel it just... I might just name this video It Feels Different This Year Part 2. Earlier in the season I made this Feels Different video talking about how I think we're going to make the playoffs and how it's different from the other teams that have gotten our hopes up and didn't make the playoffs. So I was right about that. My takes have been a little rough lately, but that one was correct. So I'm going to just name that because the way... I don't see how a team can beat us at home. I mean, it's possible, but, like, I was seeing tweets that you could hear it from a mile away, which is insane. I was just in awe on how loud it was. We were chanting Strider. We got in Spencer Strider's head. He was killing it. He was dealing the first 2.5 innings. Just like... I didn't think we were going to get hit that night. And then he started... he hasn't pitched since like September 18th. And as he was going through the motions, my dad notices his velocity. He was pitching like 99s, 98s. And then it started to stay at 96, and then 94. And then it was like, something's off. And then we started chanting his name. And then it just got in his head, and he couldn't find it again. And they explode for 6 runs, and it was kind of over then. Because what I was worried, what you can't do is... You have to score first, because if the crowd gets out of it, if the team gets out of it, you're in trouble. And they managed to score first. They got the crowd in it in a huge way. It was emotional seeing the crowd. I got in there first, and as they were announcing lineups, I got teary-eyed. I did, because last time I was at a playoff game, I was in like second grade, second or third. Third grade was the last time we clinched. Second game was the last playoff game I was at. And it was just normal for me then, because we made the playoffs, since 2007 to 2012, like, straight like that. Straight through. And it was just crazy, because I haven't seen the stadium packed like that since then. It was a weird feeling, but it was definitely emotional, because I was worried, like, is baseball a dying sport? Like, who's gonna sell out baseball stadiums again? And to see every seat packed, the red towels going, It was just unbelievable. So as far as how far I think we can go, the pitching is tough. Because you got Wheeler, you got Nola. Suarez hasn't looked fantastic. Game 1, he wasn't fantastic. And then you kind of have a question mark. We have Syndergaard pitching. And he looked decent when he came in for relief. I'm guessing you're gonna have Syndergaard pitch, and then you're gonna have Falter come in, and then maybe Eflin. Because there's just not a lot of trust after the second or third spot. There's just not, which I think limits us in how far we can go. Because now, if we win another game, we go on the championship series. Then you have a game 7 against LA or San Diego. I'm not sure who won that game. Let me check. Okay, so my time is completely off. They're in the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Padres. But anyway, we'll have San Diego or LA next. And you know LA's loaded lineup. Like they got like 4 or 5 MVP candidates or former like on their. It's insane. And you just worry about the pitching because a 3-man rotation is rough. It is rough. And you're not gonna it's not a best of 5, it's not a best of 3. Best of 7 is rough because you're assuming against the Dodgers and the Padres, you're not gonna jump out to like a 3-0 whatever lead against these teams because of how good they are. But then again, I was saying that about this series too. I was worried about the pitching in this series, but it looks like we can get out of it without too much damage and without having our pitching lineup explode. So anything could happen. We're getting hot at the right time. Castellanos got hot at the right time. Harper figured it out again. If Schwarber gets hot, man, our lineup is going to be exactly what we paid all that money for. And it'll be a beautiful thing. Reese homered tonight. Defensively, he's struggling. He's struggling a lot. But you know what? That stuff can get cleaned up because, you know, Reese is a good player. He's just, I don't know if it's in his head, but I don't know. That home run was huge for him. It was really, really a big deal. So yeah, it's just like Real Muto's playing well. You know, just if this is the time to do it, right? This definitely feels like a Nationals when they won it. You know, they got hot at the right time. I'm not saying we're gonna go ahead and win it. I mean, I know I said that earlier, but it's still a long road ahead. But you could kind of. This is a point that we didn't think we'd be at, but you can kind of see a world. You can see a world where they can get past the third round, maybe. Maybe you see it. If you squint and stand back far enough, maybe you can envision it. It's all about the home crowd. If you split away and then come home, you're putting yourself in a great, fantastic spot. So yeah, I mean, exciting night for Philadelphia. Tomorrow I'm gonna miss the game because I'm going to be working, which stinks. But if I see fans in the line, I'll ask them to score like I did the other night. And then we got Dallas week. I'll probably make an Eagles video at some point soon. You know, with college, I'm just making videos whenever I'm free at this point because it's intense. So we'll just do what we can. So yeah, hopefully we get the win tomorrow and we're on to the championship series. Because I don't want to go back to Atlanta. Going back to Atlanta is not the move. But all right, go Phils, go Birds.